guys, welcome back to my channel. Now, you guys know I love being creative, whether it's writing blog posts, taking photos, making digital graphics on a computer. I've always been a really creative person, and over the last couple of years I've been wrapping my presents in brown paper and red and white twine with little kind of bauble decorations and stuff. Just something a little bit different from your traditional Christmas wrapping paper. Now, a couple of years ago I thought I wanted to make something else to kind of decorate the present, so I decided to attempt the very famous Japanese art of folding paper. Origami? Oregano is the herb. So I decided to attempt to make something, and I managed to make these little paper bows. Little close-up shot for you. I've been making these solidly for about 3 Christmases now, and I really enjoy making them. They can be quite tricky to make when you first start making them, but I find them really fun, and they just add that little bit extra to the presents, and you can even attach them to your Christmas tree as little Christmas decorations. So in today's video I'm going to show you exactly how to make these bows. So we are going to start off with a square that measures 25 centimeters by 25 because you want your bow to be a reasonable size at the end. So the first step is you want to fold your square in half, like so. I also find if you use your nails to score the folds, it makes it a much sharper fold, and it makes it a little bit easier later on. So you fold it that way. You then need to open your square out and then turn it around and fold it another way. So the next step is you need to turn your square upside down so that the back is facing. You need to take one corner and fold it diagonally to the opposite corner, again using your nails or something to make the fold really sharp. Try and make your folds as neat as possible. It doesn't matter too much, but later on it will make it a little bit easier with some of the trickier folds. So you folded it that way. You then need to open it out again, turn your square and do the opposite corner to the other corner. Now you need to open your square out, turn it up so that the front of the bow, obviously in my case the red side, is facing me. You need now to make a smaller square basically. So you want opposite triangles in to each other. So you need 2 triangles inwards and 2 folds outwards, like so. This is what you should have. Now we're going to make a mini square in the middle. So the top point here, you're going to fold it in on itself to make a small triangle. Here is where you really need to make sure that your folds are really sharp. And once you've made this small triangle, you then need to turn your square over, completely flip it over, and then fold that triangle back on itself so that you're folding it on the opposite side. Here I'm just making my square fold slightly sharper to make it a little bit easier for the next step, which you need to prepare yourself for because it can take some time. This is the step that I always struggle with because it's slightly tricky. It's easy once you get the hang of it, but basically what you need to do, this square in the middle, you need to have it fold in on itself. So you need your bigger square, your 25 by 25, facing downwards. So the colour of your bow needs to be facing towards the surface you're working on. Then at the back of the bow, in my case the brown, needs to be facing towards you. You need that square to fold in on itself. So you need to make your folds really sharp, and gradually you'll see it slowly takes shape, and eventually you'll have this diamond. Now I hope I'm explaining that section of the tutorial in a way you guys can understand. So now you'll see I kind of messed this step up a little bit, but basically what you want to do, you want to fold each edge in on itself. You want them to be folded all the way to the middle fold, which you'll see me redo in a moment. Again, doesn't matter if your folds here aren't very sharp, because it is a handmade bow. It doesn't need to look professional, but you want to take pride in it as well. You're making a bow out of paper, and the end product is great. So you need, once you've done these folds, as you can see I've just redone them, you need to flip your diamond shape over to the other side and do exactly the same again on this side. As you can see, I'm folding on towards that end middle fold. So now you've got this. Now you need to take the edges and very carefully unfold your square, gradually pulling a little bit outwards from the middle as well, and that's going to create the middle of your bow. That square that we've just really struggled to fold in on itself, this is what you're doing now. That's what you're creating by pulling the paper out slightly. And there we go. So the next step is we're going to take some scissors, and you're going to carefully cut along the folds that we've just created. So you want to cut from the edge of the paper all the way into the middle. So just here you want to stop, you don't want to cut too far. But what we're creating now is two flaps. So you'll make the curved bits of your bow, your loops, and then you're going to create two kind of dangly bits. So you just watch here, you're cutting from the edge of the paper all the way to the point. And you want to do that on all 4 folds. There we go. Sorry about the camera losing a little bit of focus in this video. So now we've got 4 bits of ribbon, paper if you like, fold. So you want to completely fold one section over. This is going to be the dangly bits. Now on these 2 bits that are unfolded, you're going to create your loops. So each edge of that you want to fold into the middle, where that middle fold is. Again, use your nails if you want to make them really sharp folds. Just like that. And once you've done that side, you want to do exactly the same on the other side. And there we go. That will be our loops of the ribbon. Now for your bits of ribbon that are going to be falling down, your dangly bits. So now you want to take the scissors and cut from the middle point, so from the edge of the paper up towards the square. You want to leave roughly about ½ centimetre. You don't want to cut all the way up. And again, do a little bit of a mistake here, but what you want to do is you want to turn over your bow and you want to fold towards the middle on the back, so just like I'm showing you here. You'll also see me tidy up my bits of paper in a moment. Again, you don't need to stress about it too much, but obviously the neater it is, the better the end result looks. So I'm just going to cut that little bit off there. These are bits that you can also do at the end, just tidy it up, but I'm doing it throughout just to show you guys. So we're doing that. Just straighten that little bit up a little bit. So as you turn it over, you see I've not quite folded that bit of paper enough, so I'm just going to unfold it and then tidy it up a little bit. and then just trim a few little bits off. And there we go. So now on these sections you just want to cut little triangles on the end pieces. And there we go, and that is the end of our ribbon, the bits that fall down. Just adding a little bit of detail and shape. There we go, so that is all we're going to be cutting. We're not going to do any more cutting for our bow. Now we're going to create the loops. So if you lie your bow flat onto your work surface, you're going to take the edge of one loop and just kind of roll it towards the middle. You don't need to secure this in place. The square piece of paper does hold it quite securely. If you're concerned about the bow unraveling on presents or on the tree, you could pop just a tiny little bit of glue or double-sided tape on that end point and then just kind of press it down and secure it into place under the square. But there we have it, guys. There is our paper bow, and I hope you've enjoyed. Of course, this is my first tutorial video, so please bear with me. I feel like it went okay, but if there is any questions, guys, or whatsoever, just pop them in the comments and I'll do my very best to answer them for you. They even work as little fancy hair accessories, maybe, I don't know. So I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Like I said, any questions or whatsoever, let me know in the comments, leave them below, and I will try and explain in more detail as to how to make these. As I mentioned, they are super easy once you get the hang of it. The bit I really struggle with is kind of folding the middle bit, because you're kind of folding it back on itself. So I hope that bit in the tutorial was kind of easy to understand. Any questions, honestly, pop them in the comments box below and I'll be more than happy to try and explain in more detail. If you did enjoy this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you like more kind of craft DIY type videos, again, thumbs up, and maybe, I don't know, leave some suggestions of what sort of crafty DIY videos you want to see on this channel. I feel like Christmas and kind of the festive season is the perfect time to get creative. So maybe I will feature more kind of crafty DIY videos on this channel. And if you'd like to see what we got up to during week 1 of Vlogmas, I will leave the link to our vlogging channel in the description, Tales from Two Geeks. Please be sure to go and subscribe over there. As always, please be sure to click the subscribe button so you do not miss any of my videos. I upload to this channel every Sunday at 10 AM, and over here will be my previous video. So I would love for you to go and check that out as well. But that's it for now. So I'll see you next week. Bye!